Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second shelf. If you're following me on Goodreads, you will know that I've recently finished Meg Wolitzer's new novel, The Female Persuasion, which came out on the 3rd of April, and that I loved it. It's my first 5-star read of the year, and whatever the value might be of 5 stars, I normally don't mention it, but I loved the book, and so I want to talk to you about it. There will be no spoilers, of course, but I will tell you what the book is about. When the book opens, it's 2006, and we encounter one of the main female characters, a young 18-year-old freshman at college, Greer Kadetsky, and her new best friend, Franny Eisenstadt, who is called Z, Z-E-E. The novel opens with the two of them going to a frat party where Greer has a very unpleasant encounter with a male student who is groping her, meaning touching her in a sexual way against her will. This leads to further events and actions, and Z and Greer, sort of wanting to be feminist activists, and they go to a lecture given by a feminist icon, 63-year-old Faith Frank, and the girls meet her backstage, and Greer is enchanted by this forceful presence of this iconic woman. This is more or less the opening of the book. We also learn that Greer has a boyfriend, Corey, who studies at Yale, so it's a lad relationship. And from this point on, in 2006, we follow these characters, mainly Greer and Faith and Z, but also Corey, over the course of 13 years. Z wants to be an activist, and after college, she has difficulties finding a job that she really loves. Greer is unsure what she wants to do, and she finally ends up in a job in a high-powered feminist foundation where Faith is her boss and mentor. So their lives, the lives of the three women and Corey, they are, shown over the course of the years. We also learn a lot of the backstory in the typical Meg Wolitzer fashion that she tells us rather than shows us. So the show don't tell rule doesn't apply to her, and Wolitzer does it perfectly. It goes to show that you can actually tell a story. You don't necessarily, if you're a good writer, you don't necessarily have to show everything. You can tell the reader stuff. Anyway, that's just a side note. The main theme, while we go through life with those characters, is about power. What does it mean, as Z asks at one point, what do you do? How do you act when you face power? What kind of compromise are you willing to make in order to gain power or to maintain power? Or in order to please somebody who is in power? For instance, Greer, who is so enchanted by Faith, wants to please her. So how far is she willing to go in order to make Faith happy? But there's also power in relationship. The relationship between Corey and Greer, for example, and in family, because Corey faces moral dilemmas of his own. When his career, he's starting to have a career in finance consulting, but this career is cut short by a family tragedy. What do you do? How do you act when the power in a certain constellation suddenly shifts? What is the right thing to do? These are really important issues, and it's a very politically themed novel, you could say, but that is not why I thought the book was brilliant. The book is brilliant because it's brilliant in storytelling. You have complex, nuanced, believable characters, and you have a good story which is told in a really skillful way. One word of caution maybe, if you encountered Meg Wolitzer before and you, for instance, read The Interestings, if the style of writing and the style of storytelling of The Interestings, with the backflashes, and the way of, like I said, telling rather than showing a lot of times did not appeal to you, then you will probably not like this one either, because the style of writing and the style of storytelling is very similar, even though the topic is completely different. But if you are interested in a really, really good story where you turn the pages, where you want to know where it all leads, what the characters will do, then I can highly recommend this. And not, like I said, because it's a timely political novel, with the Me Too movement and all that, and female power is a theme that is highly topical at the moment, but mainly and mostly because it's well told, well written, and the characters are fantastic. Enough fangirling for one video. I hope you will pick up the female Persuasion. If you do, or if you did, let me know what you thought of it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye bye.